Lou Williams could take over. He doesn't have that gravity of playmaking that Trey does, but he can at least match him a bit with scoring. And then he has other options that he can go to. Like Herder is a guy that can come off screens. Bogey's a guy who could take the ball off of Lou and make plays. The point I'm just getting at is that the Hawks supporting cast is just good. It's really good. And it's something that we've underrated so much throughout the season. In all fairness, they were all injured. They went through injuries, but they still went through the motions as a team. Nate McMillan has really just grabbed this team and just ran with them. And then just knowing DeAndre Hunter is out and they still have Cam Reddish there, it's scary. It's scary. And I think even if they don't get to the finals now, probably even next season or the season after, we're going to be saying that this is the best, if we're not saying already, the best constructed roster in just the limited time that they have. And they did it basically in one off season.
It's a really good roster.
We can't underrate. It's a really good roster. And we can't underrate that. Like, we all knew it was going to be a good offensive team, but they work in defensively. They really pressuring this Bucks team. So I'm really proud of these Hawks. I'm really proud of these Hawks. So I kind of want to see them in the finals.
I think it just gets so like interesting because the replacement for Trey would be Lou Williams, as we saw, and his skill set is not, it's not to the level of Trey Young.
I didn't even talk about Onyeka and Kangwu. I didn't even mention Onyeka. He's another option, another big, another guy who can be a defensive guy, rim roller to take off from Clint Capella.
Yeah.
I even forgot about Onyeka.
That's
just how deep this team is. So
I was excited for Chris Dunn when they signed him, but he hasn't really panned out in the way that I wanted him to. But yeah, like their team can go so deep, and that's so like interesting how well their GM was with the Warriors too, right? Before the year they drafted Trey, they signed a new GM from the Warriors who was like their assistant GM. Yeah. And like I was like, that's so smart, because then if you draft Trey, you then like can create a similar team. And they've created a different team built around the same mindset as the Warriors, which is very interesting. Like it's built around getting play creators and shot creators and people who can make threes, and then people who know their role defensively and can commit to that. And it's very interesting. Like I'm excited for like Hunter will be good next year because he's been good. Cam Reddish is finding his role on defense, and maybe he starts taking
more on offense.
Yeah.
Also, we need to see more of him defensively too. But his potential as a player, it's up there. It's just we need to see if he can actually get there, because he has Paul George type potential.
Yeah,
like that. That's where I could see Cam Reddish being. But
yeah, I saw a post on Twitter with Kawhi and Paul George next to us, and they were like, "This is DeAndre Hunter and Cam Reddish in 5 years," and I was like, "Oh, this is where we're going." Okay.